Alright, so Microsoft finally acknowledged something that admin IT teams and the whole lot of frustrated enterprise users have been dealing with for months. A default change in Windows 11 versions 24H2 and 25H2 quietly broke a key legacy component that thousands of older apps still relied on. And a wild part, this wasn't a bug, it was intentional. Microsoft only just documented it. Let's break it down what actually happened. Windows 11 made a behind-the-scenes switch to a new script engine called JavaScript 9 Legacy. Now this engine is more secure, that's the good news, but it also removes a behavior that the older app absolutely depends on. Global script states no longer persist between the script executions, and the plain English old app that expected vulnerability, function, or objects to stick around between scripts called suddenly. I don't have them anymore. So anything built in the Internet Explorer era, ActiveX, dashboard, internal corporate tools, old web apps, even some installer frameworks, starts failing in weird, unexpected ways. For decades, Windows classic JScript engine behaved like this. Script A defined the global variable, script B can still see it, script C can modify it. Everything shared the same global context. That's how tons of enterprise software is written, but the new engine, it isolates each script execution and no globals, no shares, no function, no shared objects. So apps that were stable for 10, 15, or 20 years suddenly break after Windows updates. And nobody knew why. This hit government systems, manufacturing dashboards, medical software, internal corporate portals, and old ERP front ends, and built on IE error assumptions. And because Microsoft didn't document the change at first, IT teams were left guessing. People thought it was a cumulative update bug. Some thought it was a net issue. Others blamed antiviruses. Nope, it was Windows silently switching engines. Here's the kicker. Microsoft isn't rolling the changes back. Instead, they're telling admins to manually re-enable the old behavior using a registry flag. Features enable persistence, and you can enable it pre-app or system-wide using the D word to setting the D word to 1. Restart the app and boom, legacy behavior returns. But this is not automatic. You have to know the issue exists. You have to know the registry key and know which apps need it. Why this matters? This is the classic tension between security and compatibility. Microsoft hardened Windows good, but they also broke tons of real-world software that businesses still rely on. Not so good. And the fact that they took almost a year for Microsoft to formally acknowledge the issue. That's the part that stings. This is yet another reminder that Windows is carrying decades of legacy on its back. And every time Microsoft tightens security, sometimes the old snaps. If you're running Windows 11 24H2 or 25H2 and you've got older apps suddenly acting strange, missing functions, missing objects, scripts failing randomly, this is probably why. Check your registry flag, test your apps, and keep an eye on those silent security changes because they're becoming more common. If you want, I can bring you more of this. Like, follow, and subscribe. That's our ramble for today. And don't forget, if you got these problems, change your registry flag. We'll see you again.